Coaches were up to the stalk block. That's the block by the wide receiver on the defensive back. It's a critical block. You know, when the play goes the opposite way from a wide receiver, a lot of young players will take time off. Some veterans, some pros take some time off. It's not the thing to do. Keep your eye on that guy that doesn't want to do it when the play's away. But when you're selling the stalk block to the players, keep reminding them that if the ball carrier gets to you and you have the last block on the field, it's a touchdown block. Blocks by linemen usually create 4- and 5-yard gains. Stalk blocks by wide receivers, if the running back can break through the line of scrimmage, cause touchdowns. Okay, now we're up to the stalk block by the wide receiver. A lot of receivers don't take their blocking seriously. All they think about is catching a football. But I promise you this, when you block that man and our man has the football, if that block works, we have a touchdown. Okay, so it becomes a very important block. If he becomes the tackler, understand there is nobody else. So let's make sure we do a good job with our stalk block. Now, number one thing I'd like you to do was when you release out of your stance, I want you to convince him, as he's backpedaling, that you're running a deep pass route. If he believes you're running a deep pass route, he's going to continue to get depth no matter what else he sees, okay? So that means coming out of a great stance, driving as hard as you can, and then breaking down as you pass the 5-yard mark to block him. At that point, he's going to recognize run. You've keyed his belt buckle all the way down. As he starts to come, switch your focus to his eyes. He can see the ball carrier, and you can't. And that's a big mistake. Young wide receivers, when they come to block, they panic and they look back to see where the ball carrier is. That's how they get beat. The one thing I know is that his eyes are focused on the ball carrier. So react to his eyes as you block him. Now, as it relates to blocking, when you break down, get yourself in your breakdown stance with your hands up. You become an offensive lineman downfield. You've already learned how to be an offensive lineman, so this is going to help you. Work your feet, kick slide like a linebacker till you're in front of him looking at his eyes, and then engage him in his block. Try to put your hands into the JPD signature, and then as he pushes back on you, try to step on his toes just like a lineman. Be prepared to adjust your body to his movement. Here we go. It's a walkthrough. Okay, break down, stance, walk. Driving hard, driving hard, driving hard, break down. Here he comes, work. Good. His eyes should tell you if the ball carrier is outside of you or inside of you, okay? And the blue bag is the ball carrier. Now, to make sure you understand what I'm talking about with his eyes, don't look back because I'm going to move the bag, all right? And the bag will be the ball carrier and he'll know where to look. Okay, here we go. Jog through now. Break down, stance, walk, good. What did you find out when he came back at you?
Looked over here.
He looked over here, so the ball carrier is wider, okay? All right, we're going to run through this now. We're going to go on a quarterback's cadence. It's ready, set, go. You throw an imaginary toss and get out of here. You release and convince him and me that you're running a deep route. Ready, set, go. Break. Here's what I really liked about what you did. Your pads were lower than his pads, your base was wide, and you were able to move your feet with good contact. And he had no idea of how to separate from you. Well done.
The stalk block's one of the most important blocks in football. If you ever expect a run to be more than 4 or 5 yards, Coach, you have to have a stalk block involved by a wide receiver. The key is to sprint off the line of scrimmage and come under control. I like the idea of coming under control 6 feet or 2 yards from the defender. Now your mirror drill becomes a factor, what you've been working on. He moves right, you move right. He moves left, you move left. You look him right in the eye. He can give you an idea of where the ball is. But keep your eyes on him, move your feet. Don't extend and lose him, because you may think you've blocked him. He comes off of the block and makes the tackle. Stay between him and the ball carrier, but your mirror drill is the start of the stalk block.
Now that we've learned the stalk block, it's time to get as many repetitions as we can here. Receivers will, in time, understand the value of this, but other players that are rotating through these positions may not see it the same way. You know, when a running back scores a touchdown, don't look to run down the field and congratulate him for that. This is a time for you to find the guy who made the key stalk block to make that happen. As we break this out into groups for competition and for repetition, let's make sure there's a little point system here where players feel like they had a lot to do with a touchdown because they were able to defeat a defensive back down the field. This can be done in a relay fashion. Two guys running down the field and blocking, and they have to stay on the block till they can hold it for 3 seconds and then move on to the end of the line. Once again, I can tell you from personal experience, high school, college, pro football, they've loved stalk block relays. Be creative in this area, and you'll find that players have a deep appreciation for how important this skill is.